people you done got down on, all that type shit, right? But these new artists, they present themselves with the secret self, which is insane. They be like, nigga, I'm a killer. And they really be killers. Perfect example is King Von. They have a documentary, right? Right now on YouTube about was he a serial killer or not? And it looked like he was. This nigga was literally right about the shit on Twitter, how he was a serial killer. In his tweets, right, how he was talking about killing and getting to it with people. The little 12-year-olds, 11-year-olds, and 13-year-olds that was following that shit, they in their 20s now. They the Pop Smokes of the world, right? But in 2020 alone, it was 200 dead rappers. So it's a egregor on the loose, and an egregor is a thought form that they made in hip hop music. They put the egregor in the mainstream, and by doing that, they made a certain frequency popular that's basically succeeded in destroying the culture. And the fact that they're using the psychological egregor is conducive to the fact that it's acclimated to the dark side, to dark psychology, right? The music itself, when you're in a low vibrational state, the music itself can cause a behavior modification that's a form of demonic possession, literally. You got to remember that your energetic morphic field is connected to your nervous system, and your nervous system is connected to your neurological facilities. So when your energetic morphic field is at a low state, that is where you get these demonic entities and these spirits that can attach to you, these incubus and succubus and all this shit, right? And you being controlled by an energetic level that where you can carry out a certain agenda that can be carried out by basically in the quantum field, in the quantum world. So that's why when you driving this shit, nigga turn on some Sala, you turn on some Boosie or something, you get the speed, looking at people crazy, like, yeah, what you looking at? Fuck, I'm on that. That's because the frequency, you in a low state already, is taking over your energetic morphic field, and it's you literally possessed by them. People, I done met people, right? Some NBA young boy come on, nigga, they turn into NBA young boy. Literally. Like, nigga, you are not a young boy, my nigga. And the perfect example, right? I don't know if you ever seen a video with on Halloween when P. Diddy was dressed as Joker.
Yeah.
He was Joker. He was.
Yeah, he was. That was his persona on Halloween.
But yeah, these new artists, they present themselves with their secret self. Like, they be telling you the shit that you ain't supposed to tell nobody. Like, yeah, I shot that nigga on 33rd, then came back and shot his mama. You be like, you telling the world this? I mean, even if you in that life as a gangster.
Let me ask you a question. Do demons need glory?
Meaning like to be praised or to be like.
Yeah.
No, they don't need glory, but they need people at low vibrational states so they can feed off of. That's what I believe, and that's why, too, like when you, number one, when you drinking liquor, what they call it, spirits.
Yeah, for sure.
It's invoking spirits, and when you're drinking, it's putting holes in your aura field. So when you drinking 3, 4 in the morning, smoking that GMO weed, eating that fucking carcinogenic meat, your aura field open. All them fucking demons and incubus and succubus and all the different type of fucking demonic creatures that latch onto you. It's fucking easy to do this shit because you wide open.
So let me ask you. So in jumping into the show, you started off with NBA YoungBoy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now let me ask you. Is it a possibility that he's just a product of his environment?
Oh, yeah. Of course.
But does that also neglect accountability? You know what I mean? So like because he's a product of his environment, you know, that's just the way he is. But it neglects the accountability portion of like what you're saying is frequency impacting people who's listening to his music in the negative outcomes.
Exactly. And I don't want to beat up on NBA YoungBoy. I'm just using that
as a reference point.
Yeah, because of the John Morant situation. And he's the number one him and Dirk, as far as controlling the mind of the youth right now, they riding behind them. But I believe it's deep. It's really deeper than that because
Man, this CJ Does It All podcast. We go deeper, bro.
yeah, we finna go.
So yeah, what do you think? What is the root?
The root is right. Hold on, I just want to get this dude's name right. Okay, so music, right? If y'all notice, as far as black people music, which is everything because we created all the genres, obviously. But as far as like, we started out what?
What's popular among black people?
I'm gonna go to the about 50s to 60s. We was listening to feel good music, soul music, but it's been weaponized, right? On the scale of eugenics, it was a memorandum 200 by Henry Kissinger, put out in 1975. 1975, he said that black artists is at unstable heights right now, and the best way to infiltrate us is on a spiritual level, and to do that, they go compromise the music. And this memorandum was sent to their scientists, their scholars, there's people, all the people in the community, right? But even before that, Patrick Morningham put a report out in 1965 that it was a problem, and it was a research paper, right, that's picked up by scholars, teachers, investors, colleges, all this shit, saying that basically the same thing, that all kind of people around the world would take this paper and experiment on this and use it so we could figure out how to control these niggas, because they know we got souls, nigga, like soul food, soul music. Like, for example, like Taylor Swift, she did a cover on like Earth, Wind, and Fire. They like, yeah, it's just missing something. That's nigga's soul. I mean, that's what we said, but it's deeper. It's not even just soul. It's melanin, because melanin has a almost a frequency to it. Melanin has a frequency. That's why we be creating these genres, and we be like, man, when we get done with it, we be done with it, and then white people take it over. R&B, blues, not R&B, well, they did take over R&B too, but blues, jazz. Like, for example, jazz.
Oh wait, you just said white people took over R&B?
Yeah, they
What?
did. They did for a minute.
What?
The Justin Timberlakes, the what's the nigga name?
Well, this might be a really good argument.
Backstreet Boys.
Most of your singing music is either by a rapper who kind of also sings, but R&B? You saying that there's more white?
I'm not saying it's more white artists. I'm saying they're in control.
They're dominant?
Yeah, they're in control of it. Like,
That's a hot take.
yeah, they're in control of that.
That's
Because
a hot
most of us
take.
don't do R&B no more. They're not singing like that, and that's by design, obviously. But I want to talk about the culprit of all this shit that's going on now, because when we was in control of our own music, it was different. In the 80s, in the 70s, 80s, it was more militant, right? Like, nigga, fight the power, nigga. Fucking, even before that, James Brown, what's the fucking song? I can't think of it. But the main corporate of why this shit, our music is so destructive now, is we putting Clive Davis, nigga, we gonna say his name. Well, starters in the music industry, just like Hollywood, they have the CIA, FBI, and counterintelligence agency all have offices, and they control what's coming out, right? But and they use that to crush all the black movements in history. But when Gamble and Huff, basically, that's a company Clyde Dale was under. He had Aretha Franklin and all these big artists under there. The CIA wrote a white paper. You could go to their website and read this shit,
Shit.
detailing how to infiltrate black music. Clyde Davis took that white paper and infiltrated Philly Sounds label. They took down Patti LaBelle, Teddy Pendergrass, and look this up. They created departments in their labels for R&B, and he let things, rock for a minute, and then they start infiltrating it. Clive Davis is the main culprit. That's all I'm saying. He's the main culprit of what's going on right now for this frequency.
So he's the root cause of the frequency of the music. Do you think that the art doesn't reflect the things that people go through as far as in life? Or is that an excuse?
Yeah, it reflects what's going on in life, but before then, we was looking at it from a different angle, right? Early 90s, we was going through the same shit, if not worse. But instead of saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna kill my brother, I'm gonna kill this nigga," we say, "You know what, man? Fuck the police, fuck the system, fight the power, nigga." Fucking NWA and Public Enemy, and, you know what I'm saying? KRS-One. You don't think, nigga, have you seen the Bronx in the fucking early 80s and 90s? It was way worse than any place probably in America right now. And they still was on the shit we was on. It's because they know certain frequencies make you do different shit. Like Triple X, he just talk about that shit, how he can play a frequency, right, that can get you in a meditative state. He can play a frequency that can make you astral project. He can play a frequency that can make you go to sleep.
You talking about the rapper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though I didn't listen to his music, but I still, used to watch him and shit every now and then. Because he was bright when it came to frequency. Because he understand how to fucking use that shit. Like, even today, like, when they make music, it could be a love song or whatever. Then they go mix or master. They take that shit, the label. They put something in there to change the frequency of it. It could be at 432 hertz, so that's the love frequency. But if they change it to 440, that's detrimental to your DNA, known to literally scientifically proven to hurt your fucking DNA. So why would they do that? Because they know what the fuck they do. They know we are musical people. We are people with souls. Like, to even go back further, right? We use music to communicate during slavery, nigga. In Brazil and here in Americas, niggas might play that drum a certain way. Mm-hmm. That mean, yeah, nigga, we just attacking these niggas. That's what that mean. You know what I'm saying? They don't know that shit, but we can pick up on that rhythm. Like, you see what I'm saying? But so Lucifer was the master of what?
Music.
So if you take word and turn it into song, now you're actually singing. You're turning into a melodic frequency, right? Mm-hmm. So remember, before there was anything else, it was the master of the word, and mastering it with the poetry. Then you could paint pictures, right, with the word.
Yeah.
Then we could go beyond that and put it in rhyme. And you actually put it in spell form, because that's how you cast spells. Then you put it on the beat, and that's when you accelerate it. And when you speak through a mic, we know the power of the mic, right? To control people, then they mix it perfectly and they layer it correctly. You have the perfect spell to cast out, or they call it a hit, in your teleform and your perception of reality, because music is a time machine. Not like it's literally gonna take you back to 1955, but you listen to a song from fucking 2001, take you back to that moment or that time in your life where that song was like, oh yeah, I remember this song came out. I was graduated high school. I did, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's a time machine, and the musicians are the magicians, and the producer is the time traveler.
So now, did you reference Lucifer because of the type of music that's being put out? Is that why you referenced it?
Because it's all some fucking devilish shit. They tell you, nigga, I'm on demon time. What more do you want from them? what you need some fucking horn? Even though we don't know fucking Lucifer look like that. Just some shit they made up, obviously. But
you can't use a point and then devalidate it. You know what I mean?
No, I'm just saying we don't know how. Nobody know how to fucking.
We know
Lucifer really look like. Nobody ever seen a picture of this nigga. Like, oh, okay, that's the devil.
Well,
but we just use it as a reference. You know what I'm saying?
But I think we reference it as a spirit.
Right, it's a spirit, but the spirit probably don't have fucking horns and shit. Like.
Oh no, like in my mind, the devil is the most attractive thing that man can see.
I like that. That's probably more so the devil than the mind. It's probably a fucking.
The devil is the most attractive. Like, I mean, just think about it, right? Like, I'm a married man, and the devil will come in the form of a fine woman.
A temptation, boy.
And I'm at the bar by myself. Well, I'm by myself. I'm a married man. But anywho, I'm at the bar by myself. She walk in, she buy me a drink. Like, that's what the devil look like to me.
Exactly.
And she like, well, I see the ring on your finger. you know
But
what?
I don't care.
I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm only in town for the night. This sounds like
I totally agree with that.
that's what I believe the devil looks like to me.
Exactly.
In my proper opinion.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that because I feel like the devil is like you just said, it's something that's devilish to you. It can be fucking. You had a bad experience with dog as a kid, and you hate dog. You be like, well, that dogs are the devil. So that's the devil in your life, in your mind. Even though other people might love dog, like nigga, this is my friend.
It's the fear.
Yeah, it's the fear, right?
It's the fear.
But what I was saying was basically the musicians are the magicians, right? The producer is a time traveler.
Mm-hmm.
The time traveler, it's the one that prepared the time machine. You don't time travel through the word. It's the beat or the music that takes you back to that moment, right? Why you think they outlawed samples? Because niggas was sampling all that old school music. You get that feel that, I say I want some Marvin Gaye. It take you back to that same feel. Even if you wasn't there,
okay.
Right? We wasn't there, but
I hear you.
we can get that, okay, this is that feeling. We see why our elders listen to this shit. So imagine a baby.
It hits certain chords in our soul. You just feel it instantly.
So imagine a baby in the womb and all they heard was NBA Youngboy the whole time. What kind of baby you think that's gonna be? I'm just saying, like, that's a demonic ass baby.
Hey, that baby gonna come out with an attitude.
Walking funny as hell. Oh, knock me that. No, let me stop.
Oh.
But I'm gonna ease off on young boy. Cause it ain't him, right? It's the people in charge. These people are demonic. They literally do rituals. It was God, I can't think of the name. I don't want to say the wrong name. I got it in my notes somewhere, but he did an interview. I want to say James Todd. Excuse me. He talked about, right, how these labels, they would take, like, somebody got an album coming out, they would take the album and they put that shit like in a pentagon on top of the building. They would do rituals to the album. I don't know what type of rituals or whatever, but I said it to say that we know that we working with some people who working in the spirit realm using the shit against us. So it's a frequency warfare going on. People think, yeah, it's just music. No, it's not, nigga. It's not.
I got a theory for you. Hear my theory about this. So my quick theory is that, one, if you take the father out of the household, that destroys everything. So just think about it. As a baby, right? How many times is a baby going to try to discover something and the father or the mother gets in the way and say, no, don't do that. No, don't do that. You take one of those parents out of the household, that baby has a lot more chances of actually being like, oh, I'm going to do something bad. Because I don't have any correction.
Yeah.
So I think it's the mix of that, but also the mix of the father not being in the household to actually raise the son or the daughter. And I think that weakens the family. I think a weak family. So if you taught all this bad shit from your youth, and you just gonna keep doing bad shit as you get older. And you gotta think, as a teenager, you kind of have a lot more free will because you doing all this bad shit. You ain't really getting in trouble, or if you are, the consequences aren't as bad. So you're like, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Exactly.
So it just grows, and then I just think on that end, people find a way to make money off of it. Yep. It's making money off a broken family in my eyes. That's my theory.
They fucking us over at every level and making money off of us. Because number one, United States don't export nothing, nigga. China opened up them books, boy. I looked at all that shit. We don't export shit. Yeah. But fucking nigga music. That's it. That's the biggest export in America. Our fucking music. You can't go to nowhere in the world and see a nigga playing some Elton John, nigga. You can go to Mexico, Haiti, or fucking whatever, China.
So China's our credit card. If basically, we don't export nothing to China, that means we spending everything importing.
Everything. And my thing is, right, I could do business with anybody. Racist, I don't give a fuck who you is. You could be a clan member, nigga. Is we gonna make money off this deal? Okay, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I mean, I care, obviously, but not right now.
We're here together to be on this common goal.
Exactly. So the thing with Trump, right? You can say what you want about Trump, but This nigga cared about America. He was trying to bring and make more shit in America. Like,
hot take.
to me, that just made fucking sense. Like, nigga, why y'all? Okay, I get it. Yeah, this nigga's an asshole. He's really a narcissist. If you ask me.
Yeah, everything is around
he's
him.
A narcissist
For sure.
I don't even think he's whatever. Super racist. He obviously racist, but he's about that money. He's a fucking narcissist. He would make money with niggas. Hey, you don't give a fuck. He's making money. But my thing is about Trump. He was smart enough at least to fucking be about America, bro. We send the money to fucking Ukraine. They have the most child trafficking in any place in the world. Why y'all doing that, America?
Hey, you about to divide the room with this hate.
I'm just saying, shit not adding up. Then they try to say, it's a little all talk, but Putin, the whoever the fuck, not the United Nations, but he basically have a warrant out for arrest, like international warrant.
Oh shit!
They trying to say, yeah, he took some kids. I say, he probably was saving them motherfucking kids. They from the Ukraine. Ukraine is one of the most racist countries in the world. They one of the only countries that didn't stand up for the George Floyd shit. They so racist at their soccer games. They have a white section and a black section. Not even a white, whatever, Ukrainian section and a side separate for other people.
So hold on, wait, you fucking with Putin?
I'm not fucking with none. I don't know none. I'm fucking with whoever go get the black America out of the position we in. That's if that's Putin, hey, so be it. We don't know. We really don't know what the fuck they doing over there. We just go on by what people telling us. You know what I'm saying? This is propaganda. They've been doing this shit since the beginning of time. Like, we don't really know until we go over there and see for ourselves. Like, oh, okay, this nigga really is on some bullshit.
So but let me ask you a question. No matter the side, do you think everybody got dirt?
Yeah, but some more than other. Way more.
So, I mean, it's pretty much a lesser of two evils. Is it really? I mean, that's what it really comes down to, because it's like because we talked about this before. We think there should be more options as far as presidency.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Right? But if we're limited to these two, and we really got to nail down or sharpen down to who we're going to decide, is it just the lesser of the two evil?
True, but we don't even know if this shit evil or not. We just know think it's evil, or because they telling us. We ain't been over there. They probably think America evil. Well, everybody know America evil. You go out the country, nobody fuck with. Number one, they don't even call it America. They call it the States. They only call this shit America. Nigga, you say you're from the States? Yep.
So, well, it's funny that you say that, because I watch the news. I love like watching just to see different perspectives. So CNN and Fox News beef all the time. CNN, Democrat, Fox News, Republican, off the rip. And the crazy thing is, it never fails. Like, they go battle back and forth. And like, their channels is literally back to back. So I literally flick through and like go back to back. And they literally take hot points or hot takes against the other. And it's just like, I feel like everyone's trying to paint this picture and be perfect versus admitting their own like dirt and being a part of a solution. Exactly. It's like people are just like having these hot takes saying no to them, but not really providing a solution.
Exactly. They're not transparent. They just
they're not transparent.
It's really a game if you think about it.
Yeah.
The colors, how they act.
It is
red
a game.
Versus blue. They do that for a reason. And
it's really a game.
We could get into colors too, not today, but people, restaurants and shit, they put different colors to attract people and different, businesses to do whatever. It's the same thing in politics. You don't think it's red and blue for a reason?
Yeah, for sure.
Why not just one central color? We just Republican. Why they got to be different colors? They don't even make sense. Why do they need a color?
Because I think the idea is that there's always going to be two sides of a situation, at least two. But I think that's more diverse now. There's like a million different perspectives of life that should be represented. You only have two. I think that's unfair. I think in the next 5 years, all this shit gonna change. I say 10 years.
I hope so, because number one, all the technology, we should be voting. We can vote from our fucking phone.
Yeah, why we can't just vote today? How come we can't, bro?
And Trump go win again, y'all finna be mad as hell.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. He might win again.
Cause Joe Biden is fucking terrible. If that's even him, I don't even know this nigga. That's really him.
Bro, that's Joe Biden. He fell the other day.
He always falling. Old ass. This nigga, he's barely can walk. Put him in a wheelchair already. Let's start there.
Bro, I think Sleepy Joe is I don't know if he gonna like it's just
gonna make it.
Bro, it's hard. It's like, bro, he's struggling right now. Like he just needs to retire, play golf for the rest of his life and call it a day.
Exactly, old Jim Crow Joe. Still at it since the Jim Crow era. That nigga still talking shit about black people. He just do it behind the scenes now. As a matter of fact, when he got elected, it was a hidden, somebody recorded. He had a meeting with all the black leaders. He was chastising them. Talking to these niggas like they was little kids. Like, y'all need to do this. Y'all need to. He talking about, this nigga say, y'all need to get ready to do business with the Hispanics. What are you talking about, Joe? They're going to be, here in large numbers. And he said this right at the beginning of the campaign. Now we see what's going on because they didn't redo whatever the bill 14, whatever the fuck it was.
To stop the border.
Right. Now these niggas flooding this bitch. They literally, you can tell in Ipsy, shit. We literally damn near the furthest from the border. Damn near in Canada. They all the way up here.
Well, Detroit, Southwest Detroit, Mexican towns are pretty, like, it's a good import for a lot of people. Yeah. So, they all just there. About to be out.
I live there, so don't get me wrong. Like, when I say, I hate saying immigrant because, number one, the real immigrants is the white people. Y'all need to get the fuck off our land. Really. Go back to fucking Europe. We be honest. This is our fucking land.
Oh, shit.
I just want to get that out the way, nigga. Talking to somebody, some immigrants. Nigga, y'all immigrants too, motherfucker. Y'all not from here. The hell? Well, your granddaddy killed motherfuckers to be here. Killed and raped and pillaged everything. And then lied about it and then tried to fucking say we a different group of people. We not talking about we African. Nigga, how? You see their hairline and see ours? No, I'm joking. But they do got some different hairlines in them our brothers and cousins. But they not us. We indigenous to this land. That is not us. If you do a genealogy on y'all, don't do that fucking 23andMe, because that's not accurate. You could fucking take some saliva from your dog and say that it's going to have results. You go like, oh, my dog is African? And no, it's not. They lied. They just wanted your DNAs. You can't even find your ancestry with DNA. Somebody like, well, they found my... I said, yeah, they used a fucking census bureau.
Allegedly. Because motherfuckers will try to sue your ass.
Yeah, right. Allegedly. But to me, that don't make sense. How the fuck you can find somebody, your ancestors using DNA? Like, that don't even make sense if you know how DNA works, right? But a lot of us don't. You got to do a genealogy, right, and trace back your lineage. That's how I found out from. My dad tried to. He told me, we're from the Cherokee tribe. I said, number one, that's not a real tribe. That's a tribe of fucking. All the people that was left over that they didn't kill or wasn't fucking dark enough to make Negroes, so they made them Cherokees. But Choctaw tribe, like even for the perfect example, like even the Confederate flag, right? That's from the Chickasaw tribe. Like that's why I be laughing. Like, yeah, this is about pride, brother. Pride for who? My ancestors, nigga. Thank you. You keeping us alive. Thank you, brother. They be mad as hell. I love your flag, but they don't know I'm talking about something totally different. Even the American flag, hell, black women sold every motherfucking star on that bitch.
So with your point, I did want to ask you just a slight pivot in conversation. Your birthday, bro. Hey, happy birthday.
Thank you. And speaking of birthdays, really have one birthday. That's the day you was born. The birthday.
Oh yeah, the birthday. Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Real quick. What is that?
Cause to me, I'm like, let's think about the word, the birthday. So that was the day you was born, the birthday, right?
Yeah. So you celebrating it?
Exactly. So then it really would be a birth anniversary. I call it it's a solar return because the fucking moon, the star, everything is aligned the same way it was in the solar system when you was born. So you could call it a birth anniversary.
Do you like just being on the other side of shit sometimes?
No, I like the fucking truth.
Okay.
To be honest, I like the truth and to say shit that actually is. People be getting mad. And it's funny because I always been this way since I was a kid. Like my mom and them, like, okay, you're a little smart. Thank you, I am smart. I was like, this nigga here, boy.
because I'm looking at birthday as this, like you're not it's not your actual birth today. It's happy birthday, as in we're celebrating that you were born
on that day.
exactly. Versus
So would be a born day then. Happy born day. And it's not like something big. I don't give a fuck somebody say happy birthday. I really don't care.
tomato.
Exactly. It's really not a big deal per se. But we can't talk about people been talking shit. Talking about, so what do Grand Rising people say with good night? Nigga, good night. What the fuck? And everybody don't say Grand Rising. That's conscious. People say all type of shit. Hey, they just say, hey, how you doing? It could be Grand Enlightenment. It could be top of the top of the day. Shit. It could be anything.
Top of the morning. Top
Exactly.
of the morning.
But
Top
some
of the
people
morning.
are actually magicians and they know how spells and shit work and how words are powerful. We know how words are powerful, right? So we saying the wrong shit every day. Y'all don't think they'll have no effect whatsoever? You could be playing the game fucking mad. You be like, man, I always throw an interception on this play.
And then you always throw an interception on that play because you said
it. Just because you said it. You shut the fuck up. You probably would have had a touchdown. Stop saying shit. But,
man. So life and death is definitely
in the tongue.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
People think I don't like the Bible. No, I didn't say that. Y'all just don't know which Bible I'm talking. Which one you talking about? The Sinai Bible, the Mormon Bible? What you talking about? The King James, the Black King James, or the one they made up? Like, which one are you talking about?
See, it's all relative. It's like at the end of the day, when you speak, you know what I mean. Your mind are gonna reflect those thoughts. In the very beginning of everything is what? A word. Like before the very thought is a word.
Yep.
Like so I mean, that just illustration paints the pictures of how you will see life and how you kind of view yourself in that same image too. So I think cuz like if you ever want to get to know somebody, you just really just got to talk to them and really hear how they speak with their words.
Yeah.
Cuz their words, the way that they're selecting their words is going to tell them everything that you need to know. Like if you actually have the discernment to be able to look at things on a foundational level. Yeah. I know I kind of went very deep there, but it's true. Yeah. Like you could, that's how people read people.
Exactly.
Like, why are you saying, why are you so anxious to leave? Or like body language, or like,
nonverbal communication.
Yeah, it's so many things, and that's why it's like our words. That's why I don't like the culture that says like I'm dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Like nigga, like bro, like
especially our high school, we had the worst slang ever. Like, die, bitch, I hate you. We telling people to die every day. Tell them I hate you. Tell them your mama runner, Yamaha. Like, we had
die, bitch. Niggas used to say that hard.
But we just playing like we used to go to other places.
Bro,
be looking like you guys talking. They used to think we beefing. Like we literally just laughing, having fun. Like,
you know who I when you said that? You know who I remember verbatim? Van.
Hey, shout out Mosley.
Bro, I remember as soon as you said, you were like, die, bitch, I hate you. And just turn around. And don't even look at you. Like, damn, that nigga just killed you. Like,
that's
literally.
People don't know this, but me and Van brought most of the slang to Israel. We stole this shit from his brother. Cause they used to be saying all this shit, like, you a runner. We used to go from his crib, go right to school. We
that's crazy. All this
shit the next day. Even the sauce pack shit.
That's crazy.
Van made that shit RP sauce pack, too. But he made all that shit up. For real. That nigga Van's making up all the slang, low key. Well, he ain't his brother. Let's keep real.
Yeah.
We were just taking that shit, bringing it back to the school and shit. And everybody was saying that shit.
Yeah.
Because he's saying the shit so funny. He's like, oh, yeah, that shit funny as hell. So
Ooh. So let me ask you. So in the same way that using that phrasing, could that be the same influence that NBA Youngboy took, but it just grew? So he grew in that, but you grew and woke up. Because obviously you don't use that same language anymore.
Exactly. And that's a part what I think people missing. Like, are these artists growing up? Like Dirt, number one, I think it's a made up beef, sell albums for the industry. They do that shit too all the
Yeah,
time.
for sure, bro. Yeah.
But this nigga like 30 years old. Why you beefing with a young nigga? That's what I don't get. Like,
Bro, you gotta think. A lot of this shit is internet shit, so a lot of it is fan produced. It's like a lot, like fans love seeing motherfuckers crash out.
don't do it.
Like, but there's nothing more better than drama for people a lot of the times, as far as a large group of people. Like drama,
It sells.
yeah. But think about it. When niggas was getting fights in school, niggas will run to the fight. Oh, they fighting.
Right. Oh shit. I gotta see it.
Oh, you could be like, oh, it's a choir thing going on in the theater.
Right.
Ain't nobody in there.
No,
they in there rehearsing.
It's
like,
a blood drive to get back to underprivileged youth in Africa. They ain't give a shit. It'd be 2 people in there.
So just it's like that, but on the internet.
And that's the same thing with music. Like the positive rappers and musicians, they usually get the short end of the stick. It ain't too many J. Cole's and Kendricks, and you know what I'm saying? It's a limited
That
amount
can
of
actually make it that long.
Exactly.
Like, I think
longevity. Yep.
there's a lot of, there's a shit ton of rappers who's in the lane of J. Cole, Kendrick, you know what I mean? But to actually have the longevity and career success is a totally different thing.
Totally different.
Because you got to have a solid ass fan base. And like, I think the best solid fan bases comes with the artist with the most substance. Like, I think positive things only make, big things is if there's substance there.
Yep.
If ain't no substance and you positive, nobody want to hear that shit.
Exactly. And I was reading a book, The Map of Consciousness by, I think, David Hawkins. Mm-hmm. And he was saying how they scientifically proven that one person operating in that love frequency, you can literally possibly affect like 750,000 people. And when I read that, I was thinking, because I've been making a lot of changes on my diet, everything, just like trying to stay positive all the time. And everybody around me is changing. Like,
what you mean?
Everybody trying to eat healthy now. I got people trying to work out. I got people meditating now. Like, that would you just look at that like, nigga, I'm not gonna do that shit. Like,
that's dope.
Because they see how I am. Like, I'm just vibrating so high with that love. Like, that shit affect people so. And that's why I believe Dr. King was so. He wasn't effective because obviously he said that so. He put people to a burning building, but he was effective in bringing everybody together. You know what I'm saying? That wanted to operate, and not oneness or not be a fucking racist asshole. But I get it now. I'm like, okay, that was different than that militant, like, no, nigga, eye for eye that Malcolm X
approach.
Right. Even though he changed his approach too. So, towards the end, it was kind of both going in different, directions and kind of teaming up. Even though Malcolm X was meeting with the United Nations, he had Che on the team. That nigga Che told him basically like, you call it, we'll come. Y'all ready for you know what I'm saying? Y'all want to really get free, we can do something now.
Yeah.
But I think it's when he was in Mecca and he met with Che in Mecca and shit, and they poisoned him and shit, so he wouldn't speak and all that shit. But I'm going to use that to we back on the CIA ass, right?
Oh, shit.
I'm going to call them peoples. Because they like to attack our artists and our soul singers, right?
All right, when they put you on the watch list, nigga, don't put me on the watch list. Put him on the watch list.
That's like a conscious, that's a badge of honor, nigga, consciousness. You know how much love I'm going to get for that? Nigga, that's an honor. To be hated by the devil is an honor. Thank you.
Ooh, that's an interesting way to put it. Okay.
Them peoples attack the soul singer. Like, it's a lot of questionable deaths. Like James Brown, this nigga went to the dentist on Christmas and never came back. Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Sam Cooke. Just go to watch Unsung, and you go notice all them stories are very, very similar, right? All of them. I want to talk about the CIA. They got a program called TEM, T-E-M.
I feel like they're about to just come busting through the window right now. Like, don't say that shit. You say that shit.
You already declassified it, so I'm just saying the shit you already done put out. Somebody, but the shit it's called TEM. It's when they working to infiltrate. So a lot of these bodyguards and agents and shit, they working to infiltrate a target. So they try to manipulate their time, throw off their homeostasis or their energy and their money, right? Because when you got your time and energy and money, you can start doing a lot of shit. You can get some shit done. But when they throw all that off, you go into a survival mode, right? And they start messing up your flow and your creativity. That's why artists and shit, they be like, this nigga that took 5 years to drop an album. Because, yeah, they've been fucking dealing with somebody trying to sue them, this person, somebody they pregnant, and they got that. Nigga, how the fuck I'm going to focus on making good content or being in that vibe, right? But I believe they think they know who the fuck the black and more messiahs are among us. They can read your DNA. They do biogenetics. They do genealogy. They do the genome of every single artist. That's why they lock them up and make sure they got all that shit, right? If they didn't, they go one of them rooms. They get one of them tied up condoms from one of their agents. They seen the fuck you. Yeah, go fuck. Make sure you know.
So is this information public information that
Yeah.
that everybody knows about the CIA?
No, everybody.
Not everybody know. So you just
most people don't know because they don't fucking want to read that shit, or they just don't care enough. Like I don't care. I'm just listening to the music. But the CIA, they work best on the on your private self, and they know what you into. They know you like to smoke weed and fuck bitches and cocaine. They finna send you all that shit. You don't think they know that shit? But majority of these bodyguards and these producers, they masquerading as agents. They have them on surveillance, right? They keep tabs on them from all these agencies, all these Masonic fucking orders, just in case they leak out certain information, right? Just look at Ye Handler. He told you. Nigga, do you want us to hit you with them drugs again? Nigga, play dates will never be the same. What do you tell him? But even in corporate America, right, they have something called corporate etiquette, right? You know about that.
Oh, you's a funny nigga, bro. You said the CIA know you let us smoke weed, fuck bitches.
I feel like you don't think they know that shit? Especially you somebody with a voice and you got the ear of fucking millions or thousands of people. They like, no, we got to make sure he don't say something that's going to wake these niggas up and realize.
He said the CIA know you out here slinging.
But when you go into the corporate world, right, they give you a manual, nigga, how to act and teach you, you know, the company structure and orientation. That's bring you into what I kept saying, what the egregor, right? And when you become a part of that, you start thinking like them, you start talking like them, you start saying their lexicon or their language, right? So now you thinking like the corporation, and when you inside of it, you leave, and now you go back to your car, and you turn on Meg the Stallion, and now you back in your own Gregor. Nigga, I gotta get fluid out, I gotta get whatever, the outer girl shit, whatever the fuck. Hot girl summer. Then you go into the after hours and you get slid on by Tyrone and them, and that's how it works. You start saying, "Oh, I got an itch that need to be scratched." Where did that come from? That came from the frequency coming through the motherfucking music, controlling you, because you were just Betty and Sue in the motherfucking corporate office. As soon as you got out that bitch, I hate them bitches.
You feeding the appetite. You basically feeding a part of yourself that you subconscious, you don't know that you're, feeding something that you're gonna desire later.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? Like shooting a nigga. Like you right now, you don't have no problems with anybody. You don't desire to shoot a nigga, but all you do is listen to drill music, NBA Youngboy type shit, right? And then you keep your peace on you. We all got our CPLs in life. We in Michigan, right? So. Next thing you know, you just have the opportunity. When you drunk, when you high, when you exhausted, you ain't had that much rush to shoot you a nigga. Those are usually the times you shoot a nigga.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
You ain't in your right mind. You listening to you having a bad day. You put on some whatever type music. I ain't gonna say nigga music. I about to say NBA Youngboy. I want to keep picking on him.
Yeah, we gotta take all the NBA Youngboy shots.
I'm gonna say Dirk. You listen to some Dirk.
Hey, all the NBA Youngboy fans about to come for you. I ain't got no problem.
Right. Old groupie ass nigga. No, I'd never be a stand for another girl, man. To me, that's some weird ass shit. But yeah, you're right, cause you fucking listening to that music. It's coming through your motherfucking headphone, the radio, your Bluetooth speaker, and it's giving you little subtle auto suggestions, right? And how you thinking certain things, you feel it a certain way, and they really foreign to you. And you like, where the fuck did this come from? Like, you shoot a nigga. Like, I never thought about shooting a nigga. Why did I just shoot him? Because, nigga,
Yeah.
that shit is in your fucking brain from listening to that song 5,000 times, nigga.
And especially as a kid, when you're listening to it as a kid or a teenager, you're not thinking about consequences.
No, you like, this shit is hard.
Yeah, yeah. You're not thinking about consequences of certain situations. Like, but you are thinking like, shit, if I ever came down to it and it's me versus another nigga, I'll shoot a nigga. You say thoughts like that to yourself. You like, shit.
Yeah.
Because you almost hyping yourself up for the moment. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You hyping yourself up for the moment because that's all you visualize because that's what you're putting into yourself. You know what I mean? I was just telling you, I stopped listening to music while working out.
Yeah.
And that shit was a challenge at first, but now it's like you being able to disconnect yourself from music in general. I think it gives you a different output. If you put in positive music into you, ain't nothing wrong with that. But like just hearing your own thoughts,
Yep.
you know, actually you saying your own words and realizing how much power is in them. So it's like, you know, I think what you're saying is kind of right on spot.
It is. You building up your mental stability when you're doing that.
Yeah.
Your willpower. Because it's a little easier. You got a little extra motivation. And don't get me wrong, this music has a place. Like, you
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You need a little
For
pick
sure.
me up. I don't listen to some young boys, some dirt. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not saying I don't listen to this type of music because I do, but difference is I know how to transmute that shit. I know.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I know
like
what
not to
energy
be
to it.
receiving that shit in a way.
Yeah, and I used to really work out the R&B music, the love songs.
Mm.
Cause I just like that frequency it used to put me in, especially in high school. Niggas would be like, put on some music. I put on some some jacket.
Oh,
Like,
you
nigga, I don't wanna
was.
hear no,
You
you wanna
was.
get married.
This nigga play some Jagged Edge in the locker room and some shit.
Turn up. Nigga. I'd rather sing something about love than hurting another person that look like me.
But I mean, I guess that's the thing though. Like, I guess because a lot of the times too, I don't know if you noticed this. A lot of the old gangsters that was gangsters back in the day, like that was in their teens and 20s.
Yeah.
If they're still alive today and they're on interviews and shit, they don't talk the same.
No.
They don't. They like, nah. Like, I'm chill. You know what I mean?
Smart ones.
They be like, I mean, for the most part, the most ones that actually
That
made it
lasted,
out.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's crazy that young boys have all this knowledge from niggas that was actually gangsters. They like, nigga, I ain't listening to that shit.
Exactly.
Like,
And most of these artists, they don't even let their kids listen to their songs. Because they know what it's doing. Like, they not stupid. They know what this music is doing to people. This shit is probably one of the biggest influences in the world. Not even just America, like, in the world. But I'm talking about a couple of solutions, too, right? We don't just talk about this as a problem.
oh
so
shit.
So what's the solution to this?
I like this shit.
Now, the
What's
first
the-
way is to protect yourself, but you got to realize it's a war going on first. It's a frequency war. You can observe it in the behavior of adults, but really in the children, you can really see it. But wait, to combat this, right? Put on some 432 hertz sound, singing bowls or whatever, and put in a Bluetooth speaker in your kid's room and put it on real low. They barely can hear it. It's subtle, but what that's doing when you're sleeping, it's putting you back in that frequency, that love frequency, or 528 hertz, or was it 926, which is like the top, the crown chakra one. That shit. I'm gonna play it for y'all. I want to play it just for a minute and just sit with your eyes closed and just tell me how it feels. If it don't make you feel different, then I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But yep, that's one thing you could do. And another thing I talked about is everybody making music at that hertz, at 422, 528 hertz, which Triple X and other people like that used to actually do, which is why I don't think they murdered this nigga, but which is why a lot of them type of artists get exit out, whether it be murdered or just getting washed out the game or whatever, because they know that shit gonna put people in a motherfucking state, in the love state. Like back in the early, not early 90s, I say early 2000, they were still making a lot of R&B love songs, but they was singing to like hip hop music.
Mm.
Like Mary J. Blige made a whole album. It's all hip hop songs, but she's singing on the shit.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, like the old Fabulous, all them songs with him and Maya, shit like it was like hip hop beats, but it's still love songs. They saw that shit probably like, nah, we gotta find a way to change that up. Them niggas still in love. They still, you know what I'm saying?
I think I have a solution, but I think it'll take at least 10 to 15 years. I think the solution is to raise young men to actually want to be fathers and married men of families.
Yeah,
Because I think
definitely.
the core root is that there's no family. You know what I mean? The reality is that if you have two parents in a household, that's two incomes likely, you know what I mean, in the household, that's lightening the burden of one another. That's just the reality. And so with having lighter burdens in families, I think that will allow the influence of what kids grow up in to be able to, because these kids are going to be the next rappers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody already kind of set in stone in their own mind what they want to do. You ain't
Exactly.
changing niggas nowadays. But I think it's important to want to at least inspire kids to be married men and fathers, so that they can build families, and families build communities. And so that's how I think you kind of solve the problem.
Yeah, you absolutely right. But it's a few artists that kind of promote that. Like I know Toby and Galway. He always got his family with him in the video. Like
Yeah, that's dope.
he turned down something I think for Marvel because he said his family couldn't come. And, what's his name? Then Kev on stage. It was at like some type of dinner. He was making fun of it. He like, I love my family, boy, but if Marvel come calling, I'm leaving their ass right at home. But
I feel it though.
yeah, it's just
I feel it. But it's good to know that there's people out there who money doesn't move them. You know what I mean? It's like they're
shout out Lil Russell too. He ain't got no kids, but he just another artist that don't fucking sell off for. Was
For the
essentially
bread.
gonna be pennies
for the
what
bread.
you really gonna make. Yeah,
Exactly. And it's like you gotta think longevity too. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you can make this large amount of money right now short term, but it could be much larger long term. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I think there are people who think on that level, and those people, definitely deserve they flowers, I guess you could say.
Exactly. I think that's why a lot of people too had a problem with the organization of Black Lives Matter because if you went on their website, they said they basically trying to get rid of the nuclear family, which is the man, the woman, and the kids.
Yeah.
So why the fuck would we fuck with that? You trying to kill us off?
And I don't know their intentions. I ain't even about to speak on that. But I think the idea of blowing up the family is absolutely
Insane.
demonic. I don't keep it real with you because, like, there's need for both. Like, you know what I
Exactly.
mean? That's the reality. I think when there's just lighter burdens when you have two people, bro. Like, it's so many lighter burdens. It's like if you got to go to the grocery store, but you got somebody watch the kids at home, then that means you ain't got to take the kids to the grocery store with you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's just lighter burden.
And it's already statistically proven by every fucking whatever agency out there that having two parents in the home, you have a more successful kid.
Yeah.
In fact, when you have a single mother, it's like 70-80% chance I ain't gonna say not gonna be shit, but they not gonna succeed to the level of expectations or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it just makes some shit just common sense. And there was a stat coming out. People don't like this, but single fathers are number one on the rise. Literally hundreds of thousands, and they are saying they're better parents just because of the results that's happening with the kids. Which we don't know because every situation is different. But I'm just saying, obviously, I prefer two parents. So I don't give a fuck about single father, single mother.
Yeah.
You need two people,
parents, yeah.
same motherfuckers that made the kids to be involved, even if y'all not together no more. I know shit happens, but be there for your kid. I can't fuck with no man that don't take care of their kid. You cannot be my friend.
Bro.
You cannot be my friend.
Oh, it's annoying, bro. It's annoying. I think the whole idea is that, there's couples out there that don't work out, and so because they don't work out, the idea of having to be with them for the sake of the kids it's like, damn, that sucks. But for me, it's like you gotta be mindful of your choices and who you choose to actually be with.
Exactly.
Like, who you choose to be in a relationship with is one of the most important things you're going to choose in life.
Yeah.
You can't play around with that. Like, you got to see people in seasons before you have a baby with them. Like, you don't know people.
What made me think of this Nuri Muhammad quote. He said the most important decision a man would make in his life, besides something, was basically the woman he go be with for the rest of his life.
Yeah, bro. That it is the most important choice, just because it's like, now is this going to move forward as a baby father, baby mother situation, or is this going to be? It's like, bro, we have so many, pictures of that being a not good thing. It could be a great thing for some, but the masses, it's likely more shitty than good. You know what I mean? And so, but of course, it sucks to generalize comments because everyone is different in regards. Some people have success, some people don't. But for the most part, like when it comes down to where's poverty at, where's the struggle at, where are people struggling at, and then you look at those dynamics, it's typically, you know what I mean? Either a single mother, 3-4 kids.
Right.
It could be a single father, 3-4 kids. It's like
grandma raising the kids. Or
grandma always raising kids.
Mm-hmm.
You like, bro, like the reason why grandma is probably still alive at 95 years old because she raising kids.
Exactly. She like, I gotta make sure these kids.
She worried about the kids.
She can't even chill.
I can't even get to heaven. I gotta worry about the kids.
Cause y'all want to go out because y'all had a baby when y'all was 18. It ain't her fault. Take your ass home with them kids and have some fun. Teach them something,
bro. And that's the
Get
thing.
Your fucking priorities.
If you sacrifice it early, then you gotta realize like vacations is gone if you have kids. Like responsibilities, like you can't, bro. It just sucks because I know motherfuckers that like will neglect their responsibilities and not be there for their kids to go have fun.
Exactly. Take y'all kids to do something this summer,
bro.
Man.
Yeah, bro.
Fuck brunch. Fuck all that
going
shit.
out. And here's the thing: if you're in a relationship and you trying to go to the club for what?
I do not get that shit.
For what? What is
there for you? I want to have fun. I just like dancing. Dance at home.
It's like you I guess your relationship, if you can't dance at home, then with the woman you chose, then what are you doing?
Man,
like you should be able to cut the music on. Y'all should be have a little drink, whatever the case.
Have fun.
You and the kids at the crib having a good time. Not everything has to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You not the fear of missing out on fun because you had kids young.
Exactly.
Like
that's what it is. You hit it right in the head. It's the fear of missing out on fucking nothing.
Yeah, you not missing, bro.
You not missing nothing but some degenerates fucking doing dumbass shit.
Take care of your
people
kids, man.
Doing some shit they wouldn't do because they not in their fucking right mind.
Take care of your kids, please.
Don't get me wrong. We know parents need a break. You need to go out, but
yeah, but no, fuck that.
You need to make some sacrifices.
Fuck. It's like once you know that's the thing, bro. You're a parent now. Like you now have to make new goals to where 4 or 5 years from now, those are going to be opportunities for you. But once you have them young, you limit that because now you ain't going to have the time like you would.
Exactly.
I mean, unless you got support of your mama and daddy and they can watch, your grandbaby all the time. Watch grandbaby. What?
Grandma, they don't call that so grandma. Gigi,
Nana.
Grandpa, whatever y'all want to call it. They tired, okay? They done raised y'all for fucking 18 plus. You don't think they tired of fucking kids?
Oh, man.
They can't have no fun.
Oh,
they did their job. They wasn't going out every weekend. They was at home with y'all black ass. But I'm going to finish up on this frequency, right? I want to talk about, too, it has to do with that as well. But when China exposed the books and shit, we seen... I looked at the ledger myself. America exports nothing but what they call the black diamond. That's why the passport bros, they face good anywhere they go. Because of the music. I fuck with whatever. Niggas still fucking with Soulja Boy in certain places. 50 Cent, whatever. But they emulating us all over the world. I went to Japan. They not emulating fucking Kurt Cobain. They asked me 1,000 questions. So what is the slang for this? They're like, oh. Because my brother was there. I I guess he's not. I guess more of a preppy type. Like he wasn't raised in the hood. He was raised in Ann Arbor, around them folks. So he speak properly and shit.
Stone. Stone.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember.
The hood. Stone.
Nah, hell no.
Oh, okay.
No, they was on the other side.
Oh, okay.
But I want to talk about how they always come in and rob the talented black fucking artists or magicians, like I said earlier, through paperwork. And that's what I was saying. They took over R&B, through the fucking paperwork. That's how they always infiltrate us, right? In all these industries with other nationalities, mainly theirs, right? And they making profit once they copy and stole the formula, then they rip us off. And some of the architects, and they got people so desperate they would sell them fucking sales out to be a ghostwriter after stealing all the secret sauce. And all that shit was commandeered by who? Clive Davis, the top op.
Oh.
He was the one who brought this bullshit in. They've been ripping off billions of dollars. They giving away rap. It's for sale right now to the highest bidder. Shout out Jack Harlow.
Why you shout out Jack Harlow?
He bought a little stake in the industry. I ain't gonna say he bought the shit. He might be a good artist, but I'm saying the thought of a white rapper itself is an oxymoron. With the fucking rap was created to literally fight the fucking system because we couldn't get involved in nothing else. So to me, the shit's hilarious. But there was a record executive. I think I talked about this earlier by the name of James Todd. He was talking about at the top of their building, they put the city artists like in a pentagram, and they do incantations on it. But our people scared of voodoo and hoodoo and Wicca. But they use these different forms of magic on us every day. Learn this shit to fight back. They keep putting us under spells. Like Triple X said, he figured out hertz is to understand the frequency of vibration, right? So there are kilohertz, megahertz, and I think ultra hertz. But if I play those frequencies, I can target certain parts of your brain to make you do shit. I can literally make a sound right now, and you go to sleep playing this sound, you go astral project out your motherfucking body and be in fucking other dimensions. This shit sound crazy, but I done been to these other dimensions, but a lot of people can't handle that shit. Y'all seen the shit I seen, most of y'all probably kill yourself.
All the husbands want to know. What's the frequency to get something from your wife every single time? I need that frequency. That's the frequency.
The frequency is called the Isley Brothers. Most of y'all probably was made from the Isley Brothers. You tell any old school player, nigga, turn on the Isley Brothers. Shit, like them candles. Shit, it's gonna go down.
You got to make it an atmosphere every single time.
Yeah, you gotta make.
Is that the trick? Okay, husbands,
You gotta set the ambiance and the atmosphere, right? But it was a time in our society where we played certain notes and chords and scales to heal ourselves because they knew the effects of it. Why you think Michael Jackson was so tough? Nobody had more power in the world than Michael Jackson. This nigga controlled the world, and he was just a fucking artist. He didn't control the world, meaning like, I can make this country do that, but he can make people do whatever the fuck he want if he wanted to. Like, that's why he started making them songs about they don't care about us and all that shit. Shortly after, this what happened. He got unalived.
He got unalived?
Yeah, that's an
interesting way to put that.
That's the new term because you can't say the other shit on YouTube. But
all right.
But yeah, music is the most powerful form of frequency. That's why when children come out, they sing and they dancing easily from the music because it's a way to program somebody. That's why it's easy to teach kids, anybody really, with music. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. So you sing your ABC to your kid like that, they in the womb, and they come out, nigga, they saying that shit about a year to 2 years. Like, how the fuck you know your ABC so fast? Because you singing it to them, and that frequency hitting them, and they remembering that shit easily. Like, you can remember a song because you drive in your car, you turn on the radio, you ain't even really listening to that shit. But they play that shit 10 times, 5 times before you get to work, 5 times when you leaving from work. You done heard the shit 10 times. Now you remember the song. You don't even like that fucking song.
Mm.
Like, I remember.
It's just certain songs you like to play.
No, I'm saying, like, a lot of people don't listen to radio no more. Anyway, but, you know, when niggas used to listen to radio, they used to play them songs.
Yeah, it'd be the same songs over and over.
You don't even like the song, but they didn't play the shit so much. Now
you remember it by heart.
Like that dumbass, like I was in Cali, it was a song called Blueberry Fago. It wasn't no bad song. It was just like some little catchy shit. Bad bitches, you do what I say so.
Hey, that's a
Blueberry Fago. And I was not trying to remember this fucking song. By the time I left, I'm like, this shit slap. Didn't even like this shit.
Hey, I heard it playing. I don't know where it was. I think it was at a day party. It was at a day party, and that came on. It was a whole lot. But anywho, I get what you're saying though. I think one of the things that what's crazy, you know, I used to wake up and listen to every single morning. Every single morning, I used to wake up. Jeez, you like to drink. Jeez, you like to smoke. Jeez, you like to big talk.
See, I said it again.
Every single morning. It was, and now that I think about it, well, I ain't never sold drugs, so.
I ain't never sold drugs. Nigga, trapping on the way to, what's this shit called? Quicken Loan. But it's crazy you said it because that made me think, a lot of people don't know this, but light and information is one and the same. Music is light and light is music. Robert E. Grant said, music is light you can't see and light is music you can't hear. So this is the light that's feeding people. We know because you watch This Is the Science episode 1 that we're only light in consciousness, and light, like sunlight, we literally feed your melanin, right? So they're using music to affect your light body in a negative way. What you think gonna happen? You gonna be doing negative shit.
Oh shit.
I'm just saying we should use it and weaponize it and take control of our music and frequency. We create all these fucking genres of music, but we need to start controlling it.
You heard that song called Pound Town?
That's the one. I think I know one bar talking about her pussy hole pink and booty. I know that. I went to my homeboy crib. That nigga girl was. She said, "You heard?" No, I don't. I said, "No, I don't listen to low vibrational music." So I do though, but I was being like, no,
bro.
bitch.
I was like, damn, bro. Like, here's the reality. I feel like for men, the what is it, quality versus quantity?
Yeah.
I think the quantity of women, of the treasures, is starting to go down, but the quantity, the amount of just like
whore. No, not whore.
Like,
I don't say whore. Just women expressing their sexuality
is multiplied by like a lot. You know what I mean? And I think with the music like that influences that feeds that. You know what I mean?
And exactly. You said, like, you know, people just saying product of their environment, but a lot of times the music creating the fucking environment too. Cause we was in high school. We was at, you know.
Ooh, that's a good way to put it.
You know, like, how much a nigga paid to see how y'all look online now? They be on there, they're in their ass naked. Back in the day, you got shamed for that shit. Now, that shit is just normal. Like,
yeah. I mean, and that's the thing, right? It's a fine line between, you know, a woman showing and having her freedoms and being an outright hoe as far as how everyone views her.
Exactly.
It's a real fine line between there. I don't want my wife nowhere near that motherfucking line. But it's like, it depends on who you value and who values you and who you care about.
And two,
you know,
my granddaddy used to always tell me, dress how you want to be. Dress how you want to be impressed. Like, so you need to dress how we want people to fucking address you. No, dress how you want to be addressed. Dress how you want to be addressed. So if I see a police officer in this uniform, I'm like, okay, that's a police officer, but you can't get mad when you in a hoe's uniform and nigga come talk to you like you a hoe. I'm sorry, you got on the uniform, man. My bad. I just thought What am I supposed to do? I can't read between the lines. I don't know you not promiscuous, but you got on a fucking...
Everything that you're telling me is that you're
the opposite.
promiscuous.
Your verbal communication is telling me I like dick a lot. Right? And that might not be the truth. You might be gay. You might not even like niggas. But I don't know that shit. You dress like a fucking a thought.
Yo, that's funny.
But yeah, you don't go to no damn job interview looking crazy. So why you gonna come into the streets looking like that? Then get mad because somebody talk to you like you dress.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, shit not right, and nobody has the right to fucking treat you like that. Or how can I say this?
I put it like this. I say, don't go walking in a lion's den looking the way you look, expecting none of them lions not to roar.
Facts. My Haitian nigga Henry used to say that nigga used to be moving to the east side. He just stay all type of hoods in America. He was like, I'm like, how the fuck do you do that? He said, nigga, cause I don't go into that bitch looking like no chicken sandwich, nigga. Cause I get motherfucking ate. I come here looking like a regular nigga. I let it. Okay, that's smart. Nigga.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you come in there, yeah, exactly. You going from hood to hood, you know what I mean, just moving around. You know not to be moving a certain type of way because, you going to get ate if you looking like a chicken sandwich. That is a great way to put that.
I said, that make a whole lot of sense. But, yeah, we got to get back to using music for codes. Like during antebellum slavery here in America, we use codes and communicate with the drums. And even basically in the Caribbeans, they use what they call, not Caribbeans, Brazil, capoeira, right? To fucking send messages. It look like a dance, like them niggas was dancing and shit, doing flips, but really, we training to whoop the white supremacists' ass. They don't know. They didn't notice at the time. They just dancing and shit, doing what they do, jiving. No, nigga, that shit is a fucking super form of fucking karate. That shit will kill your ass. Capoeira, nigga. If you look at they still do it in Angola and in Brazil. Them motherfuckers is cuts. Like, they are fucking ripped because you doing all them flips, handstands, and all that shit. You got to be strong as shit. So they hit your ass. They do, what's the game, Tekken? With that little Jamaican dude on there. That's what he was doing on
Eddie.
there. He doing capoeira.
Eddie used to be.
That's capoeira. And that shit will fuck you up.
This nigga Eddie, bro. Eddie's funny.
Shout out Tekken. But the white supremacists started to understand that. And we was using music, songs, and the frequency to send the messages.
And you know what
to
fucked
get
us?
on code. They call it the Morse code.
You know what fucked us? Bullets.
Oh, yeah, that gunpowder fucked us up.
Once they had bullets, it was over.
Yeah, that gunpowder, that shit was different, boy. You ever seen, I was finna say Amistad, definitely not that. Shaka Zulu, like a TV series from back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But when they came to that bitch, them niggas like, what the fuck is this? It was shoot niggas with the gun. Oh, they're like, what the fuck? They're like, these niggas are magicians. Like, what the fuck is this? And that's how they fucking killed their ass. But sometimes that shit don't work. Like in the Vietnam War.
Yeah, they was too slow. They ain't have semi-automatic, so motherfucker could get their head chopped off or some shit before they got their shot off.
When somebody know them jungles in that area, you can lose the guerrilla warfare. You go in there with 1,000 guns, nigga, just 100 people in the motherfucking top of the tree. You don't know these niggas hiding and shit. As soon as you move, they fucking you up. Them guns don't work on that. That's what happened too. And during the Indian Wars, which was really black people, even God, what's the guy name? Not Thomas fucking Jefferson. But they sent somebody else to fight the Indian War. He thought it was fucking what they thought was Indians, which is not real Indians. There's no people that they brought over to replace us, who literally went to Indian training school to taught us how to be us. But it's another topic for another day. Cause I'm finna go deep on that too. Cause a lot of people think white people, and I talk shit about white supremacy because it's dominating the fucking world right now. But the people over our demise. It ain't even white people. It's people that look like us, but they ain't us. They it's the dirty Moors. Shout out to the real Moors. They know what I'm talking about. The dirty fucking Moors. But I'm gonna go in on that too. The dirty ass Moors.
The dirty ass Moors.
They just sold us up since the beginning of this shit. We thinking that's the only reason they knew we was here in America after the flood. They didn't know nobody was over here. They thought all these niggas was dead, or most of us came and went to Africa. A lot of people like to say that's when Egypt got popping because, well, Egypt was already popping because that's basically was our Hollywood back then. That's where we would do our reenactments and tell stories and shit in Egypt. So that's why Egypt looked like it was just a Mecca, which it really wasn't. But shit get deep. We finna get ready to wrap
It get deep
up.
as fuck.
We finna get deep
Here on the CJ Does It All.
Cause for that I'm gonna need y'all probably gonna have to
Podcast.
come to the Twitch for that. Cause I'm gonna have to pull all the receipts and shit.
Oh yeah, the Twitch look nice too now. It's
Oh shit.
yeah. But yeah, man. Anything coming up? Anything? And we back consistent week to
Yeah.
week, every day. What
Yeah.
day? What day you want to drop?
Thursdays. I know
Thursdays?
people do shit Fridays. And nobody be watching that shit.
Yeah.
They be going out Thursday still.
It's podcast season, baby. We back, man. We in this thing. Hey.
So we'll be back Thursdays. Probably. I don't know what time. Just Thursday. Check the notifications. Go to globalconsciousnetwork.com. Check out my blog. You can get these shirts too. Use my affiliate link. Shout out to Athletics. Also, I have it's called Zorbs, so they protect your phone from EMF protection because these bitches right here, it's hella radiation. Do not put this shit in your pocket. You literally, if you a guy, that shit killing your sperm cells. Like, I wish I had my EMF reader right here just to show you what the fuck coming off this bitch right now. Like, and don't use AirPods either. That shit frying your brain. What? Yep. Cause people you can't see the shit, so people would think it's not harming them, right? Even just you had a desk job, you had the computer, you looking at that screen all day. That shit fucks you up. You need also get the blue light blockers. I don't have that on my site yet, but KT the arts degree. So Ionic Botanicals, he has some blue light blockers for $100. But get the Zorbs too. I think they're like $40. I got them on my Global Conscious Network site. But it's down right now, but it'll be back on by the time this come on. Fucking Bluehost, man. The fucking technical support. I've been talking to these motherfuckers every day. It's gonna be fixed 24 hours. It's been 24 hours about 7 times.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I got some books coming on. I'm finalizing it. I got a couple episodes. I haven't thought of the name of it yet for the channel, but it's gonna be children's channel. I did a few experiments. My nieces and nephews, some of my friends' kids.
Oh shit.
So
Hey,
that's the main stuff
you
right
growing
now.
the dreads?
Yeah, I'm growing my ether out. These are locks, not ether. I mean, these are ether.
Oh
not
yeah.
locks. But I just say locks. I don't feel like explaining that shit every time I tell somebody. I was fucking with my mom. She's like, "You growing dread?" I said, "No, I'm growing my ether out." She was like, "What?" Yes, nigga.
We out, bro.
Yeah.